Genius brand stock news update and price prediction. Okay guys, so there's some really exciting news about Genius Brands, and it's kind of funny because this is probably the one stock you guys have been flaming me about all year long, asking me why I'm buying Genius Brands when there's all these other high-flying stocks like Tesla. And the reason is simply because I'm very familiar with the streaming market as a YouTuber. A lot of my income relies on streaming revenue that is shown from advertisements, and I know that a lot of this revenue is very scalable. So with Genius Brands, they basically have the app called the Kartoon channel where they stream content from kids aged 2 to 11, and they produce the bulk of their money. They have licensing deals and distribution deals and things like that. They sell toys, but they do generate a lot of money with revenue. So every distribution deal adds substantially to their top line revenue growth. So I have some exciting news. Earlier they released a press release saying that they partnered with Samsung. So now they have LG on board, guys. So that's really responsible for this 15% pop yesterday's trading session. So let's head over to the news. So it says Genius Brands International inks deal with LG Electronics USA to offer Kartoon channel app across LG smart TVs, further expanding the reach of the premier children's entertainment destination. So this is massive news, and as you can see here, it says now the Kartoon channel and Kartoon Classroom reaches nearly 100% of all US television households and available on over 300 million devices, guys. So this is absolutely massive news. Distribution means more viewers, and more viewers means more ad revenue. So as you can see here, it says serving up the Kartoon channel to kids and parents through new technology enabled mediums is an important part of our strategy, says John Oathworther, general manager of Kartoon channel and Executive Vice President of Global Business Development. We look forward to announcing a number of significant similar agreements over the next 12 months. Through this strategy, we are capitalizing on the evolution in viewer habits, which we believe position us at the forefront of this rapidly evolving market. As the second largest player in the US TV market, LG is a very important platform for Kartoon channel viewers that are thrilled to add to our distribution. So guys, this is awesome. Obviously, with a lot of stay-home orders, you've got a lot more kids spending time at home. They're being homeschooled through things like Zoom. And, kids these days, it's really crazy because when I was growing up, I could have never imagined streaming content and things like that. Like I said, guys, I'm a millennial. I'm 34 years old, and kids these days, I think they're just spoiled because they just have so much content that I could only imagine I could watch. Things like, Kartoon Channel and YouTube, Netflix, and things like that. So streaming is the future. Streaming, we're made from cord cutting and things like that to streaming. And these young kids now, this new generation that's coming up, they're going to be streaming, for forever, basically. That's all they know. So a lot of times, this is a good place to be in. We saw Disney go all in on streaming stocks, streaming market. So this is good for Genius Brands. And like I said and mentioned, I talked a lot about back in early November about how I thought people were too scared and they were fearful and dumping their shares, saying that the company was a scam, saying that the company was basically just stealing your money through stock offerings. But Andy Hayward, and not just Andy Hayward, guys, but this whole management team is it's like a freaking all-star team. All these guys, they've worked with big companies like Disney, like with Marvel, Fox. I mean, this is an all-star roster of management team, literally with tons and tons of experience, and they're all coming together and they're doing exactly what they said they were going to do. So they picked up that big acquisition of ChizComm. Now they control the largest kids advertising firm in all of North America. I mean, really? I mean, this is the same company where, if you could see here, back in June when the stock tanked off, everyone called it a pump and dump scam. And obviously, yes, the stock did go up really fast, but the company was doing stock offerings not to dilute shares and kind of steal your money, but to dilute the shares in order to raise capital to improve the business. So what exactly happened is that the company started raising a ton of cash here, paid off all their debt, and bought the biggest, kids advertising firm in North America. And the firm does $100 million in revenue. So bam, right off the front, this company added $100 million in revenue to its top line growth while the stock was plummeting. So, I think people that were kind of thinking a little bit long term here, realizing that the company is affiliated with Warren Buffett. I mean, right there, guys, the fact that the company puts Warren Buffett's name in the cartoons. I mean, I really don't think Warren Buffett is going to use his name with a junk company. And then of course they brought on Arnold Schwarzenegger and they're going to produce a cartoon for him. But I think Shaq was the icing on the cake. Shaq ended up getting into this stock at around $1.55. So now Shaq is up on his investment. He got a bunch of warrants and he's going to produce a kids cartoon. So if you guys aren't familiar with Shaq, I mean Shaquille. I'm talking about Shaquille O'Neal, the Hall of Fame basketball player. He played with the Los Angeles Lakers. He actually won a few championships with Kobe Bryant. So now he's an investor in the company. So like I said, the stock is still super cheap. It's only $1.60 per share, and it's trading at around a $400 million market cap. So as you can see here, a $400 million market cap. So what does this mean, guys? Well, first of all, this company is not really profitable right now. They're in huge growth stages, but let's take a look at that new acquisition in this new deal. So that new acquisition adds $100 million in revenue to this company right off the bat. And this company is trading at a $400 million market cap. So if we were to give it a conservative price to sales ratio, guys, I always use price to sales ratio for companies that aren't profitable. I like to keep things simple. If the company is profitable, I'll look at the PE. If the company is not profitable yet, I'll look at the price to sales ratio. If we give it a price to sales ratio of 5 to 10, guys, basically this company is worth at least $500 million to $1 billion. So, but that's probably too conservative because streaming stocks have historically had traded at higher sales valuations because people know that that growth is coming. So this is at least $1 billion company. And when that Arnold Schwarzenegger superhero kindergarten cartoon launches next year, I think that GNUS Brands will be trading much closer to $1 billion than it is now. So I think there's plenty of upside. I think I've always had a long-term price target on this stock of more than $10 because I've seen this chart before. I saw the exact same chart with NEO. There was a huge run up in interest, and then interest kind of panned out, and then as NEO started generating more money, the right side of the cup filled, and then it skyrocketed higher. So I think the same thing is going to happen with GNUS Brands, but it's going to take longer simply because EV stocks are like red hot now, and that's all that people are talking about. Renewable energy is in, and streaming has kind of taken a back seat. So I think streaming was a lot more popular last year, but just remember that companies like Disney, AT&T, all these companies have gone all in on streaming. I mean, and a company like Disney going all in on streaming, look at how big Disney is. They own ESPN, they have Hulu and things like that. They have their parks, but with the whole pandemic situation, they just realized that, hey, streaming is a high margin, big money business. Look what happened to Netflix. They make all their money off streaming. They don't do anything else. They don't own any other like assets or anything like that. So streaming is king. So I think that a good short-term price target for GNUS Brands, I think that this is at least a $3 stock with a long-term price target of $10 or more. So like I said, guys, I have just over 1,000 shares. I haven't sold a single share. I've just been adding on dips, and I'm pretty comfortable with the position I have now, but I'll probably look to add even more to this stock because I think there's even more upside. So I think $3, double the stock price. And like I said, my average cost per share personally is just under $2. It's about $1.92 per share. So I'm really excited to see the stock pop. Once it hits over $2, I'll be in the green, and then hopefully I'll just continue to see the company grow. It's been really fantastic. And the fact that Shaq's on board, guys, Shaq has been well known as a good investor. Shaq bought into Google, before it went IPO. If you got Shaq, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Warren Buffett, so many people on board with this company, and then of course the talented management team, this is a great buy. So it's just a penny stock right now. I think it's a great opportunity long term, so I'll be holding on to my shares and really enjoying to see this company grow and watch the Kartoon app grow and just have more advertising money come in. That ChizComm acquisition was brilliant because now they actually control the largest advertising firm for kids, and then they can basically talk to those advertisers that were already spending a ton of money and be like, hey, you want to advertise on the Kartoon channel app? So like I said, guys, things are looking much better for GNUS Brands right now, and I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock continue to pop in the short term. So that's it until next time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you like my content, please smash the like button and hit the red subscribe button to receive future updates from me. And also be sure to check out my daily stock watch list. I post my favorite 5 to 10 stocks Monday through Friday. You can click the link in the description to get that, or you can simply go to investortrip.com/newsletter. So that's it until next time, guys.